Hello, and welcome to the Gear Up Show. I am your host, Ankit Ratnatulada, and in today's episode, we're here at Ceramic Pro Nepal. We're here to ceramic coat the Hyundai Ioniq. This is a multi-step process, and we'll be going in detail to show you how meticulous it is and how in detail they do the work. So let's go to the process and see what it's done. In the first step, the car goes through a deep cleaning process to remove any dirt, grime and residue that may be left on the paint to make sure that it is very clean before the next step. After the car is wiped dry, we move on to the next step, which is the masking process. The cleaning process is done to remove contaminants and pollutants from the surface of the car's paint. After the cleaning process, the car is finally ready for the 3-step paint correction method. During the 3-stage paint correction process, there are different combinations of pads and compounds used together to get the best finish possible on the paint of the car. So we've had the car washed. We have to remember that this car is barely 5 months old and it's hardly been driven on the road for about a month after the lockdown. So it might look all shiny and clean right now, but once we have a closer look, we'll reveal all the swirl marks and the details that have been hidden, which can't be seen at this distance. But once you get a closer inspection, everything will become all clear. So let's take a look at the car and see what the difference is. Once we take a closer look, we'll now then see the difference between this part and that part. So can you please have the lights, please? So the paint that looked clean can now reveal all the swirl marks and the paint spots. You can see all these spider webbings and swirl marks, as well as all the watermarks that is left on the paint, which only comes out when you go for a closer inspection of the car. Now let's move to the other side, which has been paint corrected. So once we look at this side contrasted to this side, we can clearly see how much of a difference it makes. You'll see that there's no spider webbing and no watermarks on this side compared to the other side that has not been touched. If we remove this tape that's separating these two parts, we can get an even better idea of the difference. Now the masking process will go on throughout the car to protect any part that should not come in contact with the machine. After the paint correction, the car is wiped down with an all-purpose cleaner to remove any dust that may be remaining due to the paint correction process. The main purpose of paint correction is to remove swirl marks, fine scratches, and make the paint look better than it was from the factory. In the next episode of Gear Up, we'll go through the ceramic coating process of the car. If you like what you're seeing, please like, share, and subscribe for more videos.